Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Amazing show, one-stop show for everything beautiful you can think in the world of entertainment. Music, comedy, fashion, guys, name it. 360 Vibes are always here to give you nothing but the latest. My name is Faith SJ, and today, guys, I am your host. And you know how we do it. This show, in quotes, can never be complete without my squad. They are sitting right here, pretty ladies.
Present
Take
as
a
ever.
look at them. One,
Talk
two,
about
three.
you guys are just
Hey
Faith the
guys.
Hive Man. Hi, how you doing?
I'm fine. It's good to have you guys back on the show.
Yeah.
You see, you're meant to see you. She's saying happy to have you guys back on the show.
Our runaway hostess.
The way she's saying it's good to have us back. I mean, it's good to have
It's good
you
to
back.
have you back.
Like you, girl.
Thank you guys, actually.
How
You
was
stepped
the
in.
Yankees? Hey guys, welcome back to another exciting edition of the show. My name is Joy Uchejim, Sheen_Joyoma on Instagram. And as usual, today's topic is going to be very interesting, so don't go anywhere.
Okay, guys, welcome back to the show. Victoria Konde. On Instagram, Victoria_extra. My ladies, I've said it all. Just fasten your seatbelts as we bring you all the juicy gists. Over to you, Faith.
Let's go in for a short break. When we are back, we'll dive into the rest of the gist for the day. Welcome back, guys. All right, on the first gist for today, it's all about Ife Agoro. Now, Ife Agoro, we all know her. Her other name is called.
She's like the founder of
She's like the founder of
Diary
the
of the
Diary
Niger
of
Girl.
the Niger Girl, and this girl don't come shake table, man, guys. When I mean she shake table, I really know what I'm saying. Don't worry, you get to hear the full gist. Actually, she said that if you are, she was advocating for women precisely that if they know that they don't want to give birth, they should go for surrogacy. Like, you know that you are fine, you're not going through any medical issues, and then everything about you is okay as a woman, and you don't want to give birth by yourself. You don't want to go through that womanhood, that pregnancy process, that you should go for surrogacy. Don't bother to go through the 9 months drama. And funny enough, we had few persons online that supported her. Like, I'm really surprised why my fellow gender will agree to this kind of a thing. Like, you know you are fine, nothing is wrong with you, and you should not carry your own child. Another lady outside should carry your child. And then when you're done, they will bring the child for you. My people, how one takes off this one?
It's deep. The tables were shaking, but I feel like we can
Guys,
really get the whole gist, especially
Actually.
when we look at the video. I'm pretty
yes,
sure we
yes,
can.
yes. There's a
Alright.
video for it. Let's take a look at the video.
No woman should attempt surrogacy except she no longer has a womb or for some reason she's unable to have children. Lies! Quick backstory. The other day I did a post and said if you're over 30, you're single and you want to have children in future, please freeze your eggs and every other thing I said. Internet people came for me. They said, Ife, people are poor. There's poverty in the land. Not many people can afford it. Even after I had said this thing is expensive. Okay, listen, I'm about to trigger the internet people again. If you're a woman, you have no fertility complications, you can carry a child to term, and you decide by yourself that you don't want to do that and you want to use a surrogate instead, your decisions are valid. You don't owe anybody any medical report, apology, or an explanation. Let's make the story personal here. I have a womb. I don't have any fertility complications. I'm perfectly healthy, but I'm still going to use a surrogate. I know many people are genuinely curious. Anytime I say this, they will always ask, Ife, why don't you want to carry a baby? You know, you can carry a baby. You're healthy. I'm not going to tell you. I just don't want to use it. I don't want to use my womb, okay? You don't owe anybody any explanation. People expect that people who use surrogate or want to use a surrogate must have a tragedy story. It's not true. I don't have a tragedy story. Not everyone does. I figured out what offends people is the autonomy that a woman dares say, I choose not to go through childbirth and pregnancy. The audacity. It shakes the table that society has taught women to kneel beside. That if you don't bleed for it, you don't deserve it. That if you don't go through the pain of childbirth, the joy of motherhood is invalid. If you've believed this all your life, put your hand on your head and say, I'm unlearning this. I'm unlearning this. Thank you very much. Should women carry their babies if they really want to? Yes. Should women use a surrogate if that's what they really want? Also, yes. I know many of you will come at me with, if I read the room, even surrogacy is expensive. I'm reading the room, guys. The women around me can actually afford it. And the women who can't would do it if they could afford it. I pray that when it's time, that you have the means to do this if that's what you really want. But let's be honest, money is not the reason people are angry at the idea of surrogacy. People are angry because you have the freedom to choose and the audacity to actually act upon it. That seems to offend people more than anything else. But why?
Ooh.
Okay.
Is the
So
word.
let's dive into this. First is
the
the
words.
confidence for me. Saying
I
this.
have to say, this feminism of a thing will not put us in trouble. That's what I'll just say first, because I understand when feminism came up, the goal was to fight for the rights of women, make sure that they have equal privileges to the other gender, even though, yes, we know men and women are not equal, but still you have the right to certain choices. You must be able to vote, be able to own properties. That was the entire aim for feminism at some point. But the problem now is we have achieved all we want to achieve as women. We have all the rights. We can own companies. We can go anywhere we want to go freely. And now the feminism is entering into other sectors. Now we are seeing the story of women deciding to choose surrogacy over bearing children. I mean, it was shocking to say the least. But first of all, I want to just come up with one angle. Women have a choice. Everyone has a choice in whatever they want to do. Yes, people choose not to have children. People choose to have many children. At the end, it's your choice. People can decide to choose surrogacy. It's their choice. You can't stop a person or blame a person for making a certain decision. But then, my problem with this is advocating for it. Advocating for it, because now, if I know she has the right to her choice. She can choose to go for surrogacy. She has the money, she can afford it, and she wants it. But then advocating for it is another thing, because the whole aim of surrogacy, like, why was it created in the first place? It was so that women who could not carry children to term or who had complications could have another option. At least someone else can carry your egg and your husband's sperm, and then the child would basically be yours, but from a different woman's womb, because this lady has no hope of getting a child otherwise. But then we're going to make this into some kind of feminist right now, like you can choose to go for surrogacy. It's not someone else that's going to go through the pain. I mean, let's not forget what people are saying, that it's because of economic problems. That's why they go for it. So I don't have a problem with you making the decision by yourself, in your cupboard, in your wardrobe. But then advocating for it, making people think it's a normal thing. Number one, is going to make this surrogacy of a thing very expensive and hard to get, because the people who it's meant for may not be able to get it, because those who don't really need it will not be going for it. It's not becoming like an economy on its own. Go get your surrogacy. The same thing with plastic surgery, how it's now turned into cosmetic surgeries. Meanwhile, those who are really disfigured, those who really need it, may not even be able to afford it. Exactly. So now
turning into a market.
It's one thing if you are doing it by yourself. It's another thing if you are now advocating for other women to do it, knowing the fan base that she has. I mean, make your decisions and leave the internet in peace.
Okay, so
what do you
I'm
think?
going to come from this angle. So you're saying that, okay, it's fine for you not to give birth to your own baby by yourself. Okay, what if those surrogate mothers are saying that, okay, it's fine, so I don't want to carry any baby. So what's going to happen?
The baby will fall
Let
from
us
the
be
sky.
very realistic. So now you're saying, oh, it's fine if you don't want to carry your own baby. So what if we don't have surrogate mothers? Let's think about this. What if we don't have surrogate mothers? Do you think those surrogate mothers are happy doing what they are doing? Do you think it makes sense? Let's even look at the impact it has on surrogate mothers themselves. Trust me, most of them do not want to do what they are doing. Some of them is just financial constraint. They want to make money. And that's a very funny way of making money. If you tell me, like, you have to subdue yourself to 9 months of different emotions, stress, like
It's a
different
risk,
things.
actually.
during that pregnancy period, you know, pregnant women, they bond with their babies during the period of pregnancy. And then imagine them taking that child away from you at the point of birth because it was a transaction. Don't let us make it a transaction. See, for those who need it, okay, quite all right. Okay, it's for a greater good. But now we're making it look like a transaction. And very soon, if we should make this thing a thing that people will really go into,
Nigeria will dive
we would
into
have
it.
more baby factories now. Yes, we're having serious issues of, you know, trafficking, human trafficking. This is going to increase the level of like they'll start kidnapping girls to become baby factories, to become baby mamas, to become surrogate mothers. Like, this is something that we are trying to fight in this part of the world, because you just see, a girl has disappeared, or you see these things in movies. Like, they'll just take all these, you know, girls that have issues with finances, vulnerable girls, put them in a building, one way or the other, get them pregnant, and then they take the babies from them. Imagine the level of psychological impact it has on these girls. So in as much as we are trying to advocate, self-love, I love my body, I don't want, what is selfish? Think about the impact it has on other people. Yes, they are there for the money. If they had a choice, they will not be surrogate mothers. Because you cannot tell me that it's a thing of joy. Just when they carry belly, they born, give another person, maybe they carry the pikin, they go. And let's even think about this. As a mother, you would want to bond with your child. Although I understand the fact that, you know, pregnancy can be a whole lot. I understand the fact that some women, after pregnancy, they go through depression. Some women even die. So there's a lot of complication that comes with pregnancy. I understand that fear. I understand that, you know, okay, but don't let us make pregnancy a bad thing. So now they're like trying to portray pregnancy as a bad thing, that if you can avoid it, avoid it. You don't have to go through it. Please. So this narrative they're trying to sell, they're trying to sell the narrative of pregnancy being a bad thing, that okay, if you can avoid it, let another person carry it for you. So by the time it's 9 months, because you have the money, they'll just bring your baby for you. So will another person take care of your baby for you?
At this
point, you just have nannies. Now you just have a nanny take care of your child all through. And you're saying that she made a statement about, okay, if you use those who opt for surrogacy do not deserve the joy of motherhood. I don't know, but like, I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like there's this level of joy that comes with
when you have your own
child. And trust me, so sorry, Faith. Trust me, if you still ask some people that have to opt for maybe surrogacy or maybe adoption, they will tell you that they still desire to have their own kids by their own self. So let's be careful with what we advocate for. It might seem all nice and bougie, but let's not forget the impact it has on society. We have a lot of baby factories that we are trying to track down. Don't let us increase this when the demand is high. And it becomes more expensive. Like Joy said, it will become more expensive for people that who actually need it.
So I want to say that if you are a mother out there, and okay, so most mothers out there, right, they desire to have their own kids, and they don't just want to have their own babies, but they want to feel like there's a seed growing inside of me, and they want to speak to that seed. Now, they're not just giving birth because everybody is giving birth. We are married. You know, when you marry, the next thing is, of course, children. Now, they're not just doing that. They want to, I don't know how to put this, but they are just there to, they know what they want, that they are birthing forth seed. They're not just giving birth to children. So why that seed is in there, they are speaking to that seed. Because when you come out tomorrow, you are not just going to become an ordinary thing. Now, most times, these people that won't go for surrogacy, we don't know what they carry. We don't know what they have, because they've had multiple pregnancies for different people, because that is what they do for a living. And then you are going there to I don't know, see, Nigerians, I don't know, like the confidence she has to what's it called, to say this. And we have a lot of people that will buy to that idea.
Definitely.
Trust me, if you are waiting for a child, God, your Father that created you, the same way we speak to God for our daily needs, He hears us. If you sit down and seek Him diligently, as the Bible said, as a believer, or whatever it is you believe on, and you pray diligently, trust me, He will give you. He's not a deaf man. Rather than you going for surrogacy, 1, you will pay more. 2, someday that lady might come back and tell you, I want my child. One way or the other.
Like they will sign contracts.
Even
if they sign contracts,
and
do you know that sometimes,
I think the way they do it, they don't make contact with the clients. So like everybody is unaware. Like the surrogate mothers, they don't make contact.
Yeah,
They
basically
don't know.
there's no
They don't know.
disclosure
There's no
about
disclosure. So you
it.
don't know whose baby you are carrying.
You're
So
carrying.
it makes it crazier.
Do you understand?
Like, you don't know who is carrying your baby. Okay, you
Hi.
said something about you wanting to lay hands
On your child.
and pray. Imagine you must be praying long distance prayer. Your surrogate mother
I'm telling
is,
you.
although we know that
Oh my
prayer is not a
goodness.
thing of space. Your surrogate mother is in Kafanchan. You are in Lagos. You're like, oh my baby, wherever you are. I don't know if that one is doing
Oh my
on the
goodness.
unthinkable thing.
No, it doesn't.
And
Victoria, I
we
learned
know that
that.
life is more of spiritual. That we know the spiritual controls the physical, and then you don't know what problem this surrogate mother
They are
because
battling
one
with.
way or the other, the fact that that child is growing
Inside that
her,
person.
there's always a connection. So we don't let us
Simple.
make everything seem fancy. Okay, because people are doing it doesn't mean like
Aside-
it's okay.
aside-
Because
aside
you
people
don't
are
know
doing
the
that,
connection.
do
You
you
don't
know
know
that
what
most
is going on. You don't know what that person
Especially
is
from the lady's
aside that lady,
background.
because one way or the other is going to have an impact on the
the
child.
child.
Because everything the woman does,
It affects
it's
the
more or
child.
less it's just like
It's
genes,
blood.
just blood. Like
I
whatever
mean-
she takes, whatever she's doing, it has an impact on the
There's
child.
a
So you
connection.
are just there
There's
miles
a
away,
bond.
just think that I'm
I
saying
know.
prayer does not work, but anything that can be avoided, let's
Please.
avoid it. Please.
Honestly, because the fact that you want to do it because it's a choice in this matter. I mean, one thing that makes everything in life make sense is the reason behind it. I mean, we have different things in this society that have turned into vices because of the reason people take it. I mean, the reason cocaine was, first of all, created, I'm sure it had a medical reason. Tobacco had a medical reason. Marijuana, it was all for medicine. Even cough syrup is being abused these days.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I feel like everything that comes out for good, at one point, human beings, we
Always abuse
will
it.
always abuse it to
Abuse
the
it.
extent that it becomes terrible. I mean, plastic surgery came out for a reason, but now everyone is straightening
Going for
their
it.
nose,
BBL.
doing facelifts. Meanwhile,
on.
those who, let's say soldiers that were really disfigured in the course of battle, who really need these plastic surgeries to look normal again, they can't afford it anymore. And now
Because
surrogacy.
celebrities are going for
Exactly, everybody wants a facelift and all of that. But now this surrogacy of a thing, it came out for a reason. Somebody was trying to think of a solution to women who couldn't have children.
Just
and now
like IVF came out.
exactly.
Exactly.
Because now you want to impregnate these women through IVF and you feel like, okay, it is normal. If you change the why for surrogacy, you've changed the entire concept of the thing. It's going to make people abuse it, and so many people are going for this. I mean, I understand. I saw a comment when one lady was like, she had a first child and the process was so painful, it was so risky, it was so like demanding, she almost lost her life. And now she
Life-threatening.
exactly and now she's saying that, I beg, there's some women that have it
going through
easy,
it. Yeah, true,
so she'll
true.
leave it for the women that have it easy. Does that make sense? I mean, I understand it's risky for you and you may know you're scared of going through the process again, but if you don't want to, you can always opt for adoption. There are children out
But
there who need
ladies,
families. Not that you
I
just go
also-
and leave
I
it for a
also
woman
learned
to
that.
risk her own
I
life
also
because you
learned
don't want
that
to risk your life.
why-
I mean, I feel like it's just selfish.
It's just selfish,
Actually.
As
And
you
then
said
again,
before.
I also learned that why most ladies go for surrogacy is because they want to still keep their shape for their man. Come on. Hey, like your shape, even if you can still work on it. And the truth is, if a man, please listen to this, you get married to a slim lady like me, and then at the end of the day, she's not looking that slim-fitted lady you got married to. See, that's your package. You can work on her. She can do some exercises, but eventually it doesn't work. It's your package. And trust me, you will enjoy her that way. Women, please don't go for surrogacy. Do not bite to that idea. If you can carry your baby, you're medically fine, please do not go for surrogacy. All right, people, let's quickly go on a short break. When we are back, we'll dive into the rest of the gist for the day. Hey guys, welcome back. It's still 360 Vibes. Victoria.
Okay, so now we'll be going straight to, okay, this is another of our fave. She's an actress, a presenter, entertainer, former Big Brother Naija housemate Bisola Ayola. You know that Bisola, she's a mother, and recently our daughter Layla clocked 16. And to our utmost surprise, although Bisola has always told us that she already told our daughter that you're not going to use a cell phone, till you are 16. And then she clocked 16, wasn't it like a couple of weeks ago? And then she got her the phone and all other goodies, and was just very emotional. And, you know, the girl crying, and she was very appreciative of that particular gift. And then afterwards we saw that, okay, there was a party, and then Layla is now on social media. And so if you don't know Layla is of the plus size for her age. So now Nigerians, I think I kind of understand why Bisola might have prevented her daughter from using a phone for like a very, although while I was growing up too, I did not use phone till I didn't use a phone till I graduated secondary school. So now when people make it like a term, like, okay, it's not the normal thing to do, but I feel like now kids, once they get into high school, they get to use phones immediately. But me, I didn't use a phone till I was ready to go to uni.
Hello, Victoria. I'm talking about the Gen Z.
This is how you know you're not Gen Z.
So I didn't use a cell phone till
Gen Z.
I was about, so that conversation is for another, because I didn't see it as a big deal. When people were doing, I never used to go. I never used all those things. It was later on. So now, Nigerians, oh gosh. Like, we are really, really blessed.
We did it again.
People. Like, we are really, really blessed people. So now, guys, let's talk about this training of a child. You know, Bisola, we've known her as a very great personality. We know that she's good at what she does, how she's trying to shield her child, and how she's trying to train her child. And now the girl is on TikTok, on Instagram, and Nigerians are doing
the
their
space
thing.
of how many
So,
weeks?
I don't know.
Days, rather.
I think I like the way. No, let me just stop doing the talking. So, over to you guys.
Okay, I feel like I was surprised seeing the video. Actually, I mean, the way she reacted was just so wholesome. Like, oh, she was crying, and I'm just like, oh, she really appreciated it. I mean, these children of this generation, forgive me for saying children, I'm not that old. I'm not that old, but then kids of this generation really take certain things for granted, because I guess parents now feel, okay, it's normal for your child to have a phone at a young age. I understand the exposure is good. You know, it's good for a child to know what's going on, be able to communicate and all of that. But then sometimes, like Victoria said, I didn't get a phone till I was about to enter university. And not because of anything, because my parents decided, don't get a phone until you get to this age. So I feel like it was part of our cultural norm to be able to build a child like from the home, not based on what is going on social media. So the child can have their own personality, their own likes and dislikes. Exactly. So you know what you want even before you go on social media. So at least now you're giving out of your own personality, not sucking in whatever toxic personalities are out there. So I'm really happy for Layla. And I'm really happy with what this Bisola did, because it's a different trend. Celebrities' children these days always have access, and it's risky because then your child can get in touch with anything at all, and you have no control of what they view. Everything these days on social media. And yes, she had Layla actually had a laptop before she got a phone, so she could have watched whatever she wanted. But still, it's a level of restriction, which I feel like parents should still emulate. They should still emulate it, because it's not only into old school for some reason.
It's not old-fashioned
It's not, people are making it seem like it's old-fashioned. But why is your child 14 and they don't have a phone? Why is he 13 don't have a phone? Like, it is normal, please. We are still Africans. We still do the home training first before we go online. So
the exposure.
Exactly. So I feel like it's good. We need to see more of this in our celebrities' children.
Because now, let's even look at kids on TikTok now. Like, why not carry your book and read? What are you doing on TikTok?
13-year-olds.
Like, you see them on TikTok doing TikTok channel. Like, okay, secondary school kids. Like, you're fine.
Like when I was your age, I was still reading for jam.
The amazing thing about it is seeing them on their uniform sometimes.
Yes.
Like they're displaying on, I don't know, like how did they get there? Was it in the classroom? We really need to ask this. Parents, please, let's emulate what Bisola did. It's a very perfect example for every home to emulate for your children, those ones that have not gotten to 16 years. Because giving your child a phone at a very early stage is very riskful. The Gen Z generation we have now is, I don't know how the English to use for what I'm about to say, right? Is like, it's so alarming, because people get to see what they're not supposed to see. Children, teenagers, they get to see what they're not supposed to see. They get to learn what they're not supposed to learn. In fact, TikTok is the only space that gives them the latest trend. If something drops today, anything that is very new you want to get is on TikTok. And the truth is, you parents are not even on that TikTok.
There's some parents.
Some parents are not on that TikTok, and your child is there doing a whole lot of things you don't know, and he or she is still in secondary school.
Even before they know what's right or wrong,
Even before they know what is right or wrong,
seeing things that
they're already seeing things, and you are not even aware. So something happened recently to me. So the little child I have in my house, he's still in secondary school, and 3 days ago, I discovered that he used my mom's phone to open Facebook. And then So I was in the office one of those days and I was just scrolling, and then I saw him.
You saw his account.
I saw his account, guys. I zoomed and zoomed. I was like, is this the name? The name he even, the name he used to open the Facebook was. And then I was amazed. I was like, why? Why is this boy doing this at this stage? And knowing the fact that he looks very calm at home, he doesn't look like someone that can do that kind of an act. So immediately I picked my phone, I called my mom. I was like, I saw this boy, he's on Facebook now. My mom said he's a lie. I said, don't worry, I'm going to give you the proof. So when I got home, I showed her, and she was surprised. And then we asked him, why did you open Facebook? Did you know what he said? He said that is where they send their notes to.
Notes, class
notes.
Class notes.
Facebook.
Facebook.
That's not possible.
Okay.
And I decided to confirm that, ladies. The truth is, I went to his friend's house. He took me there. I saw a series of notes, biology, social study. And then I was like, on Facebook. And then I'm like, how did you guys got here?
Class notes on
Facebook. I was like, how did you guys got here?
Nothing Musa no go see forget at this point.
So why are they not writing their notes in class?
In the class, I was surprised.
So
this is what is happening. And he said a couple of people that if you don't have phone, it means your notes will not be complete.
Wow. Oh, wow. I mean, that's not even right in the first place. Because
it's very wrong.
What's the point of going to school then?
It's a tool of teaching. Do you understand? I know most times teachers get to give them take home that they need to Google and search and all. Please, if you have a child like that and you want him to get that his take home done, please stay there, monitor him, watch him search for it words to words, and then when he's done writing, please pick back your phone. Don't give them a second to stay with it, because children of these days, they are beyond description. Let's just stop here for today. Let's not go further. But we pray that this Gen Z generation and the Alpha coming, God will help us.
The Gen Alpha.
God will help us.
They'll be fine.
Actually. All right, people. This is all we can take on today's show. Many thanks for staying with us. We'll see you on our next episode. Bye.
Bye.